Fully.
Welcome back. The markets are surging higher, but just one stock. Keep an eye on Shriram Transport. There's a big move that we're seeing in the cash market. In the cash market, it's up close to around 7%, while in the futures market, it's up just around 2.5% to around 3% odd. So there's big cash market move is what we're seeing out there. And that rate difference between the cash as well as the futures, that's widened big time as well. So just keep an eye out on that front. But for the time being, let's shift focus to D-Street Chatter. Well, Nimesh is joining in. Nimesh, we're waiting for what Fed Chair Powell has to say. I don't know whether he's going to sound dovish, but the way the Indian markets are going, it's looking like, they are saying maybe Powell will say go buy India or something like that on a lighter note.
I don't think, markets are caring about what US is going to do. Of late, you're seeing this, big outperformance of Indian markets and big divergence. So that's clearly playing out for Indian markets. So a sharp recovery from the intraday lows in today's trade. And the good part about today is that there is participation from many sectors. So autos, cement, IT to some extent, all are participating in today's move. So that's a good sign. In terms of flows, it will be largely driven by MSCI rebalancing. So, the brokerage is expecting $500 million plus of net buy flows because of the MSCI rebalance. So the FI number may look large in today's trade. So that's something to watch out for. But I guess the most interesting feedback today is that, Nigel, while the mid-cap index is up 1%, but there are a lot of bids being offered in the broader markets from larger institutions. So looks like this rally in the mid-cap and small-cap to some extent has been used by the institutional investors to book profit. So that's a bit of a indication from the larger dealing rooms. I guess we spoke about a couple of sectors, but the sector to watch could be the auto sector. We'll see the monthly sales data from most of the companies starting tomorrow. So that's going to have an impact on many of the individual stocks. But I guess that's a sector where there is a bit of buying back as well. So that's a sector to watch. But broadly, looks like the bulls are in full control of Indian markets, and that's where you're seeing everyday intraday dips are getting bought. But I guess for today, the FI number may look large, as I said, but that's largely because of the MSCI rebalancing.
Well, and the auto space, Nimesh, Eicher Motors, Mahindra & Mahindra, last 15 minutes or so, there's a big spike that we're seeing on a couple of these names. Right. But what are the other stocks that you're tracking? What's the news you're picking up?
Okay, so the first stock in my list today is Maruti within the autos name. And that stock has also recovered from the intraday lows, but the overall feedback is there was a selling pressure from a leading FI. That seems to be largely getting over. And hence that stock should be in focus. So that's the first stock on my list. The second stock is Fusion Microfinance. Again, a small stock, just got listed. We had the management as well yesterday on the channel. The numbers were quite strong, but the stock has been consolidating off late. And one of the reasons is there is a leading FI who is a big seller in the stock, and hence you're seeing that some bit of pressure in Fusion Finance. Still some stake is left. So that's the overall feedback on Fusion. The third stock is GTI AMC. That stock is buzzing off late. In fact, this week itself, the stock is up 10%. Yes. We saw the news break where PNB is looking to sell their stake 17% in UTI AMC. Now there is an anticipation in the market that maybe a strategic investor may look to buy. And hence, that stock is now back in the radar for many institutional investors. So that's UTI AMC. And the last stock is United Spirits. I guess market has taken a cue from you, Nigel. 30th salary getting credited, getting into Christmas mood, you're going to spend more. I think United Spirits is largely back in focus. There is some bit of buying as well. But I was also reading an interesting report that, within the FMCG names, you're going to see a bit of outperformance in the month of December from the spirit company. So that's why you're seeing a bit of preemptive buying in United Spirits as well today.
All right, cheers to that then, guys. Back to you all in the studio.
Well, it looks like that MSCI rebalancing inflows are coming through, right? Because